Hey guys, Scorebob here. Today I'm going to be explaining how to farm the Grand Black War Mammoth, which is a drop from every boss in the Vault of Archavon raid in Wrath of the Lich King. So starting off with this trash here, you can pretty much skip all of this. You don't actually have to kill anything. I would just use camouflage and walk past. If you accidentally pull these flame guys, sometimes they do pull, you can just, if you don't want to kill them, go past and feign death. Of course you can kill him if you want to. Alright, so first boss here we have Koralon the Flame Watcher. This is a glorified tank and spank. The only real issue that comes up is you've got to make sure you have Mend Pet up, especially at the end when he has a ton of stacks of this buff that he gets that increases his damage basically. You've just got to keep Mend Pet up. Other than that, it is pretty easy. I've done this as low as 330 item level, so you can do this with a relatively ungeared character. You've just got to make sure you keep Mend Pet up again. He's also going to drop these flaming cinders on the ground. You need to move out. He drops 3, so yeah, just make sure you stay out of the flaming cinders and keep Mend Pet up. DPS boss down and you're going to be good to go. Now it looks like I'm taking a lot of damage. I can tell you that it is possible to do this fight as survival, but as marksmanship, you're given a lot more leeway because you have a lot more self-healing, so that helps a lot.
Genau, das ist Genau, das ist Genau, das ist Genau, das ist Genau, das ist
Alright, here we have Archavon the Stone Watcher. So this guy was the first boss that released with Wrath of the Lich King, so he's obviously going to be the easiest one, in my opinion. So he's going to do these leaps at you. Just don't worry about that. Try and always try to make sure your pet has a threat here. After a while, what's going to happen is he's actually going to grab your pet, and he's going to start running for you. And then once that happens, you're going to have to kite him around for a little bit, use you know, just do whatever you can, Aspect of the Fox, and once he drops your pet, misdirect your pet, and then throw a feign death down, and you're going to be good to go. He'll be back onto your pet. Now, I should talk a little bit about the other two bosses in here, which are Toravon the Ice Watcher and Emalon the Storm Watcher, I believe. I think with full bis, you probably could solo Emalon. However, you might need to wait until next tier to solo him, because right now your pet takes a lot of damage. So I don't believe it's soloable right now. Unless, of course, you have, like, full bis. I'm talking, like, you're in 372 gear. Right now I'm 362, so I'm pretty low so far at the moment, but once I get fully geared up, maybe I'll make a follow-up video. Toravon is going to require a lot more gear, I believe. Maybe Dragon Soul. We'll see what happens then, but this was just a quick one. Thanks, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace. What's up guys, Scorebob here, and we're back here in the Vault of Archavon after Phase 3 has come out, so you can now solo the other two bosses, and I'm going to tell you how. First off, we've got Emalon the Storm Watcher here. So you're going to have every single mob here attack your pet. So the reason you couldn't solo this is they just did way too much damage and there was no way your pet could live. But now, it's relatively easy to keep your pet up. Just make sure you have mend pet ticking at all times. So you should start off by throwing some MDs out on the mobs. And you'll have to keep MDing in order to keep them off your pet, because after 30 seconds, the threat from misdirection fades. So you might continuously get threat here. If you have one attacking you, you can kind of live it. It's not really the end of the world, just more than one attacking you is very, very bad. After a while, they will start, you'll have one mob that'll grow, and it'll eventually blow up if it gets 10 stacks of the buff it gets. But the damage from that, honestly, you can kind of live. It's not really the end of the world if you get hit by that, especially in, like, Fireland's heroic gear. So you can kind of just burn boss. I wouldn't even worry about damaging the ad. I do it in the video. I do kill it, so this isn't really like a fully optimal strategy in the video here, but for the most part, keep mend pet up, keep everything misdirected on your pet the best you can. If stuff falls off, it's gonna be okay, and just burn Emalon down, really.
Kill ads now. Kill ads now. Kill ads now.
Alright, and the last boss here is going to be Toravon the Ice Watcher, which is probably the trickiest mob in this instance. So the big thing with him is he's going to put a stacking debuff on your pet. It's called Frostbite, which slows the pet's move speed and will make it take increased damage over time. So you don't want him to have this debuff for very long. Maybe 10 stacks, 15 stacks max. But once it gets that high, you need to have a way to get rid of the debuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to pump as much damage you can into Toravon. By the way, these these frozen orbs here, just try your best to move out of them, but I wouldn't swap directly to them or anything. Just stay away from them. Anyways, yeah, keep pumping damage into the boss, and as soon as your pet gets high stacks and he's, like, close to dying, you want to dismiss your pet, get max range for the boss before doing that, and then you're going to disengage back, resummon. You will have aggro on the boss, he won't have aggro, so he's not getting stacks. Misdirect, put mend pets up, just try to keep it alive, and then run away. And as you're running away, take a look at the debuff, make sure it's close to falling off, and then you're going to misdirect and feign death. And hopefully by that time, the stacks will fall off, and you can just keep DPSing the boss. You might need to clear the instance, by the way, to be able to do this properly. Once that's all situated out, you can basically rinse and repeat. You can also resummon completely different pets, and I believe they won't have the stacks on them, and you won't have to wait for the stacks to fall off, since it'll be a completely new pet. But as long as you get that down, he'll go down. So that's basically it for this boss.